My name's Cheryl Gordon, and this short series can really help release your hip flexors. So if you have back pain, pelvic pain, hip pain, troubles digestively or reproductive issues, this can all be of some help. Maybe your low back's just feeling really tight and cranky and you want to do something. So the supplies that we'll need today are just a blanket, and I've used a TheraBand, but you can use an old necktie or housecoat tie or anything like that. Yoga strap would do well too. So we're going to start lying on our backs, and I've pillowed my head on the blanket and positioned my feet so that I'm comfortable as I can be in this position. Establish your breath in and out through the nose, inhaling and exhaling. And on my next exhale, I'm going to gently draw one knee in towards the chest. And then inhale, release. Exhale. And inhale. I'm going to do that for 3 more breaths. Now your movements might be a bit of a different pace than mine, because your breath might be different. So just adjust the speed of movement so that it matches what your breath is doing. And you're hugging your knee in a way that's comfortable, not a strain at all. I'm going to switch legs now. Inhale and exhale. So it's important when you're doing this kind of therapeutic work that you don't try to really improve your flexibility or really work aggressively at strengthening. Little tiny steps. You didn't get to this stage overnight, and we're not going to fix things overnight. So I'm just going to do one more breath on this side. Exhale, and inhale back to the starting position. Exhale, I'm going to bring the first knee back and hold on to it, and slowly and carefully stretch out the other leg on the floor. I'm going to try to relax that straight leg as much as I can. Sometimes it helps to take a breath in through the nose and then slowly relax it. Maybe one more time. Inhale through the nose and exhale, relax. Release one foot to the floor. Slowly bend the straight leg. And take a breath in, and take a breath out. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw the other knee in towards your chest. And we're going to gently cradle that leg while we let the opposite leg stretch out on the floor. This leg might feel quite different, and that's fine. Everybody's a little different from side to side. Relax the weight of your straight leg into the floor. Take a nice breath in and let it go. Maybe one more time. Inhale and exhale. Release that foot to the floor, bend the other leg, and now you've got both feet back on the floor. Check in. The movements we've done are designed to help your low back feel better, to make your hips and belly feel more relaxed. If that's not happening, maybe this isn't the right program for you today, and then try it again another time. But if it's starting to feel comfortable, or at least it doesn't feel any worse, let's take our feet wide apart. They can be at the edges of the mat or further, whatever works best for you. This is one of those exercises that you're just going to move for the sake of moving. There's no end shape that we're trying to get to. Inhale here. Exhale, start to drop the knees towards one side. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, knees drop to the other side. This is a slow movement timed with your breath. And there's no pressure to get the legs all the way to the floor. Sometimes I rest my arms like this, and I let my head roll a little bit. Because what's going on with the hip flexors is affecting every single cell in your body. Everything's connected. So sometimes there could be tension in the jaw, and shoulders and neck. So I'm just looking to have the intention to let all that go. And just enjoy this gentle rocking from side to side. You might choose to linger on one side. Just see how much you can relax the legs to the floor. Take a breath in. And then let it go. And try that again. Breathe in. And then let it go. Slowly lift the top leg, and the other one will come up somewhat willingly on its own. Inhale here, and as you exhale, slowly drop to the other side, and maybe we hold for a couple breaths like we did on the other side. Probably discover things are really different from side to side, and as I said, that's fine. Not to worry about it. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And maybe we'll do that again. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lift the top leg on its own, and the bottom leg will follow in its own time. Rest for a moment and check in again. And make sure that these movements are leading you to a place that feels more relaxed. That's our goal, is to feel more relaxed. Roll to one side, carefully push up from the floor, and I'm going to adjust my blanket so it's more at the middle of the mat, and when I lay down, this is going to be on the blanket. This is where you might need your tie or your strap or whatever. Lay on your side almost as though you're ready to go to sleep. And I'm going to use the tie around my foot, just so that I don't strain today. I'm going to hold on to my foot and move my leg a little bit here. So if it's really easy for you to take your hand to your foot, then you can do that. But for me, I think I'll use the strap today. So I'm going to time this movement with the breath again. And I'm going to make it easy. I'm not going to push. That's how I got the tight hip flexors in the first place. I'm going to gently draw back on the inhale and roll forward on the exhale. Draw back on the inhale and roll forward on the exhale. See how my top leg's staying really low? And I'm not pulling or pushing, I'm guiding and I'm supporting. Do that one more time. Inhaling and exhaling. And then maybe we'll hold the inhale position. I'm just going to get a better grip on my foot. And just see how that feels to hold that open. I lost my tie. Let's try that again. Just see how it feels to hold that hip open a little bit. Notice the top knee is still pretty close to the ground. And I'm feeling a gentle sense of opening from the knee, the front of the knee, up the front of the thigh, the front of the hip, right up into my belly. I'm going to take a breath in and a breath out. And a breath in and a breath out. Okay. I'm going to move over to the other side. Now for you, you could just, roll over from here. I'm just going to flip around so I can still keep an eye on my camera. You wouldn't have to flip all the way around. Okay, so take the tie, the strap, whatever I'm using, around the foot. I'll try not to lose it on this side. And then we'll get into the breathing part of things. Inhale and exhale. See how that leg's staying really low?
And it doesn't have to be a big movement. It can be a really small movement. Just going to move it maybe 4, 5, 6 breaths. By moving the joint like this and moving the muscles associated with the joint, just kind of lubricate things. Get some circulation in there. And then when I feel ready, I might hold the stretch, not overdoing it. I can still breathe quite comfortably, but I am feeling sensation from the top of my knee, up the front of the thigh, the front of the hip, into my belly. And you know, the hip flexor goes right from your low back, where in the back of your body, your T12, all the way through your belly to the front of your body, and it emerges on the side of your thigh bone. It's a long muscle. That's why I'm feeling the sensation all the way up into my belly. One more breath in. And then a breath out. Okay. Let that go. And rest for a second. And then I'm going to use my blanket a little bit differently. So you may also need a pillow for your head. I think I can do without for today. I'm going to fold my blanket up a little bit higher. And this is a real personal decision. You may fold your blanket up something like this and make it about this high, or you may find that that's too high and you want less blanket. Hey, you might want more blanket. That would be fine. And I'm going to place it under my hips. So for me, I'm looking for the sacrum to be on the blanket. So you might have to wiggle around a bit and find the most comfortable spot and get the most comfortable height. I just want a little bit of height. And then we're going to repeat something that we did earlier. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Do that one more time, making sure this range of motion is accessible. It doesn't cause any pain. Now I might hold on to this leg like I did before and slowly stretch out the other leg flat on the floor. Now we did this before, so we're warmed up for it. But now I have this little bit of height underneath me. I'm giving a deeper stretch to the open hip. And just like we did before, we'll breathe in and breathe out. If you have a little bit of trouble hanging on to the leg, maybe your arms are shorter than mine, you can always use that strap to help make this more comfortable. Or if you find there's a lot of stress on your shoulders trying to hang onto your leg, just do this. If your knee is really sore today, do that. After you've taken a couple deep breaths, release this foot to the ground and bend the other foot. Bend the other knee, I should say, so bring that foot to the ground. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw the other knee in. Inhale, release. And do that for 2 more breaths, making sure that this height underneath your hips doesn't compromise your comfort in any way. You'll feel a different sensation, but it's okay. Slowly stretch out the opposite leg. Let it rest. Breathe in and breathe out. As you breathe in, feel a slight increase in pressure in the abdomen. Presses against the thigh a bit. And as you exhale, feel a release in that pressure. The abdomen sinks back down to the floor. Take one more breath. And then release the foot to the floor. Bend the other knee. Lift your hips gently and slide the blanket or whatever you've been using out. This is the last move. Lift one foot and then the other from the floor. Let your hands come to your knees. As you inhale, straighten the arm. Take lots of room to expand the abdomen. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, draw the legs in, and squeeze the abdomen gently. I think of this as a breathing practice more than a stretch. Really focusing on how my body is breathing and how soothing this gentle rocking motion can be, easing stress and tension and even pain. After 4, 5, 6 breaths, as many as you like, you can release the feet back to the floor. and take a moment to rest. Breathing in and breathing out. I'm going to leave you here while I continue my rest, and I hope you find that this video is helpful in relieving your hip flexor tension. Namaste.